What's up everybody, Alex here, and today we have the Tetris Effect, a game that just released on the Epic Fail Store. Can you tell that I'm a little upset? So, for those of you that have been watching my videos for some time, you'll know that generally speaking, listen, I love games, I love covering games, I am genuinely happy when I play games. But this has got me a little upset, a little frustrated, and not simply because of the Epic exclusivity. That is annoying because the PC has always traditionally been an open platform, and that's what it should be. What upsets me about this, do you see what this is? This is my HTC Vive. I would love to put my HTC Vive on right now, go into a VR simulated environment, and play this game. But I can't. Why? Because the Epic Game Store does not have a virtual environment to do that in. It does not have a Steam VR equivalent. So for me, it's very frustrating and disappointing that they would sign an exclusive deal to a game that's one of the primary selling points is basically Tetris on PC in VR. They can do 2 of the 3 there. They can't do all 3. So why? Why would they sign an exclusive deal for a game that they cannot fully support? Now I know you can play it in VR, but it's not the same. It is not the seamless experience that Steam VR has become. And you know what? I can understand. All right, they're not feature complete yet. They're working on becoming feature complete. So, and you know what? Yeah, the Epic Game Store will get there. Eventually, they will be near parity with Steam. I fully believe that. But the problem is that they're not on parity with Steam right now. So signing a game that they cannot fully natively support is simply downright frustrating. And you know what? The people in the community, like I've seen people who are disappointed, they're upset, and I think they're rightfully disappointed and upset. And I've seen other people kind of argue against that, saying, "Oh no, they're being unreasonable," because it's still a PC game. It's still available on PC, and in some ways I understand. Like for instance, a game like, not all games come out on every platform on PC, despite it naturally being an open platform. Like every GOG release does not end up, every Steam release does not end up on GOG. But that's not because Steam or GOG are signing exclusivity deals. It's because GOG is a DRM-free platform, and there's some publishers that aren't going to be comfortable with releasing their game DRM free. So the result of that is some games simply do not make it to the GOG store. What Epic did is totally different. This game should be on Steam. In fact, I would make the argument that it's a travesty that it's not on Steam. And what they did is they made a pure business decision. So a bunch of suits got into a room and said, okay, we want to grow our business. How do we do that? Oh, this is a universally liked game. This is a game that won Game of the Year awards on many different sites and magazines, online magazines. So let's pick this up as an exclusive. Steam VR PC. Oh, we don't really have VR. Who cares? Let's just sign the check. We got all that Fortnite money. That's the problem. The fact that they had a complete disregard for essentially what not just the community wanted, but what made sense. This was not a business decision that benefited the consumer at all. Competition, generally speaking, like competition with Steam is a good thing. Competition benefits the consumer. This does not benefit the consumer at all. The decision that they made to bring this game on as a Epic's Game Store exclusive, I would make the argument doesn't benefit them either. It's only making them look like ridiculous with the way that they're signing exclusives, because this game should be on Steam VR. And just look at the track record. Look at the Epic Fail Store track record. You have the Metro Exodus incident where people are pre-ordering on Steam, and then suddenly finding out that, oh, thanks for your pre-order, you'll get to play months and months after the people that buy it on the Epic Game Store, because we just signed an exclusivity deal. Look, I'm making mistakes. I'm so angry I'm making mistakes. We just signed an exclusivity deal so that the Epic Game Store basically has our game exclusive for a certain period of time. Oh, you can put it on Steam eventually, just not yet. Wow, thank you. Fantastic. That was really disappointing. And you know what? Then you have the situation with Shenmue. People are kickstarting Shenmue, and they're super excited to be able to play Shenmue again. And what do they get? Oh, it's an Epic Game Store exclusive. But what makes that the worst is when they were kickstarting it, it legitimately said, oh, kickstart now, you're gonna get a Steam key. Not a regular game key, but you're gonna get a Steam key. And all of a sudden, oh, now, we're changing the terms of that Kickstarter because of the Epic Game Store exclusivity. And can you fault the developers? Perhaps, a huge check comes their way. Are you gonna fault the developers? Maybe. And maybe the reaction that people are having to this game here is going to serve as a cautionary tale for developers in the future that are looking to go on the Epic Game Store. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. This does not make sense. This should be on Steam VR, plain and simple. And you know what? The PC has always been an open platform. It always has been. One can make the argument that yes, consoles have had exclusivity deals, but that is a box that you are buying, that you're putting in your living room. It's a totally different thing than a PC. I understand how, you could make some similar conclusions, but realistically, the PC has always been an open platform, a platform where you can install anything, and that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it the platform that is the platform of choice for so many people. It's frustrating, and Epic is doing a lot of good things too. Like, for instance, the way they're handling their promotion with their store with the free games. That's fine. No one's gonna complain about that. Sending out free games every week. That's no problem. That's actually a great way to build excitement about your store. 100%. I agree with that. When they did their Epic Game Store sale, where you spend a certain amount of money, you get a credit back. That's great. Do that. Like, if anything, those are the kind of things that you should be doing. But this is not right. This game should be on Steam. And when I see that, when I see people, on Reddit and in comments and stuff like that basically say this should be on Steam. Epic doesn't even have a platform to properly support VR. They should not have picked it up. It bothers me when I see the arguments back. Now, I shouldn't say that. I think that everyone has a valid opinion, and everyone should be allowed to state their opinion 100%. So let me retract that slightly. What I mean by that is that they're correct. This game should have been on Steam. It should not have been released on the Epic Game Store as an exclusive, because once again, I have an HTC Vive sitting beside me. I would love to be playing this game in VR right now, in Steam VR, in an environment, not necessarily even Steam VR, but in an environment that fully supports VR, and the Epic Game Store does not have it. Will they one day have parity? I'm sure they will, but they do not have parity with Steam right now. I'm sure they'll get there. I'm sure that, Epic is throwing the absolute bank at the Epic Game Store to try and get it on parity with Steam, but again, it's not there. They don't have parity with Steam, so signing a game that the selling point is basically Tetris in VR on PC was a very short-sighted decision. Anyways, guys, I should be so excited about this game, and yet I'm just disappointed. So I would love to hear your comments. Please let me know in the comments, what your thoughts are. So it's an interesting time to be a PC gamer. It's one of the most exciting times, especially with the release of Ryzen and the new competition in the hardware space. To see these software stores competing in a way that is kind of below bar is a little disappointing. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is a great game. Hopefully it hits Steam VR soon. Take care, and bye-bye.